Hello, hello. Happy Friday, everybody. I'm back. Oh my gosh, I've only been gone a week and it feels like a month. It really does. It's like you spend all this time getting ready for a trip and then you have to spend all this time getting unready. Like, oh my gosh. I think I have jet lag and I didn't get on a jet. We did a car trip. Do you get jet lag from a car trip? Because I've got that. I just like cannot seem to get back into the swing of things. So I do have lots to share. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching my channel. I'm Stephanie and I really appreciate you being here for Friday sews. I did not sew anything this week. I've been gone out of town. I missed last Friday sews. I thought I was going to do one, but you know, things just happen, right? So we had a wonderful trip for my granddaughter's wedding. I've been talking about it for a while, so it happened. It happened. And it was a wonderful trip. Got to see my family, and weddings are always a happy occasion. I mean, isn't it? It's the start of a new life together. It's just awesome, awesome. And we just loved it. So let's see, we'll start with the trip. We took our trailer, and I'm going to tell you all about traveling in our trailer for the first time on Tuesday for Trailer Tuesday. So I'm not going to talk about how it was with the trailer, but I am going to talk about the trip a little bit. What I wore is, I wore a lot of stuff I've made. So can you say hoodie dresses? Oh my gosh. It was cooler there than it is here by a lot. So just to give you an example, it never really went over 65. I mean, it's the coastal area of Northern California. It's often got a lot of fog and kind of just a chill to it. So I wore layers. I did hoodie dresses, leggings, and just little soft jackets and things like that. So it's not cold enough to need a real coat, but it's cold enough to need a wrap of some sort, a third layer I call it. And so I wore a lot of my hoodie dresses. I also wore one of my ruffly dresses from the Pattern Emporium, and I made 2 of those. So I wore one of those for the, no, I made 3 of those. I wore one of those for the rehearsal dinner. And so that was fun. The rehearsal dinner was so sweet. And my grandkids were the ring bearer and the flower girl, and they took their job very seriously. They're 7 and 8, and oh my gosh, they were so adorable. And just the cutest little family. Just such a cute little family. And the church that the wedding was held in, my son is a deacon there, and my granddaughter grew up in that church, and they just had a beautiful wedding. Just beautiful. And their friends are all so wonderful. And I knew some of them from visiting her at college in Southern California, but got to meet a few new ones, and it was just a beautiful occasion. Just beautiful. So let me just show you a few pictures from the wedding, if I could so indulge myself. It was a wonderful time. Lots of dancing, super casual. We helped, the day we got there, we helped decorate, and it was a family affair. We were just working really hard decorating. I ironed, of course, that just seemed to fit me. I ironed tablecloths, and my daughter helped set tables, and it was just nice. We got a lot of work done. Then the next day was the rehearsal dinner, then the wedding, and then we all went to church on Sunday morning with the new couple. So that was pretty sweet. And then Sunday we took the kids, and we did an overnight with them, and I rather share that on Trailer Tuesday, because my dream when I was making these trailer renovations was having the kids spend the night. And we were going to do that on our camping trip that got canceled because of fire. So this became our first trip overnight with them. So I'll share that on Tuesday. Come back for that. So let's see. I showed you what I wore. Oh, the grandmother of the bride dress. Oh my gosh. It was so comfortable. I just was like, I felt pretty. I felt really pretty in it. I felt comfortable. And that's what you want from a dress, right? It's so stretchy, there's not even a zipper in it. What could you ask? I'm telling you. My husband's new suit looked pretty darn spiffy. I think we passed. And we won the longest married couple dance. You know how they do that sometimes at weddings. And there was one that was close to us. They were 1 year off. We're 37 and they were 36. We're almost 38 years married in a few weeks, honestly. And so that was pretty cool. Always wanted that. The secret to having the long marriages where you have those big anniversaries is you got to marry young and stay together and don't die. That's pretty much it. Easy peasy, right? So the wedding was great and the trip was great and the weather was so nice, and to come back, hit that valley on the way back and see 106 after we'd been in 65. It was like stripping off the layers, man. Back to heat again. But I got a taste of cooler weather, and I've been saying I don't want summer to end. I don't want summer to end. I don't want summer to end. But now I'm kind of ready. Kind of ready for that cooler weather. I haven't been wearing the hoodie dresses all summer because it's too hot. I've been wearing dresses like this one. By the way, this is a dress I made. It isn't recent, so if you've only started watching me since the whole COVID thing where I redecorated the sewing room and really got into making more garments. I've always made garments, but not like I've been making this last year. I've really just kind of ramped it up. But I do have a video on this pattern, which is just such an easy pattern. It's like a t-shirt dress. And I made it twice, and I get compliments when I wear it. Either one of them. One I put the pocket in, and this one I didn't. It was funny, I was thinking about this dress when I put it on to make this video, is it looks really similar to the fabric I made my last dress that I showed, not last Friday, I didn't do a Friday Says, but the one before. It was similar to this, so I'm really boring. Like I buy it, like what I like is very similar always, like black, floral. It's very similar, but hey, I know what I like. Do you know what you like? You know what you like, right? I'm trying not to wear black all the time, but I love it, especially in the winter. Speaking of winter, just a question, do you switch your clothes from summer to winter? Because I do. I switch. I mean, I always have. I have for as long as I can remember. I've always done this. And that's because I don't want my closet full of clothes I'm not going to wear. Which, if it's summer, I'm not going to wear a big sweater or, you know, heavy clothes. And so I pack them away during summer and bring them back out in winter, put away like all the sundresses and tank tops that I'm not going to wear in the winter, put those away. Now I have what I call year-round clothes that I would kind of keep in there that I would wear either season. It's not a lot, but leggings I keep in, the hoodie dresses I probably keep year-round, just things like that, lighter sweaters. But the heavy stuff is winter and the lighter stuff is summer. So I switch my clothes Easter and Labor Day. So Easter, bring in the summer and spring, and Labor Day, put away the summer and spring and bring out the winter, fall and winter. And so Labor Day was this past weekend. So I haven't done my switch over yet. I'm always behind, but I do set that as my goal. So it's time to switch over. And one thing that I do, and I've talked about this before, is when I make the switch, I turn all my hangers backwards. So that it's time to make the switch again, I will know what I wore because the hangers still turn backwards. If I wore it, it goes back in normal and I know what I wore. And it's always shocking. Every year I have a lot of clothes I did not wear. And I put them in a box called Did Not Wear, and I kind of shop those clothes for a year or two, and if I haven't worn them that long, I will donate them either to family members or to the local hospice thrift store, because that's my favorite one to donate to. And then I lighten my load and I have room. I mean, obviously if I'm putting more clothes in the closet, I should be taking things out. Otherwise, eventually it's just too full. And it's kind of full right now because I've changed. like a year and a half ago when COVID first started, I only had a few things that I made myself. Now it's like all I want to wear is the clothes I've made myself. I'm kind of at this place where that's what I want to wear. It's kind of like, I don't know, is it pride? I don't know if it's that or if it's just comfortable. I have some amazing clothes that I just don't wear because I didn't make them. I've got to just switch. So I'm going to have to ask myself, what do I want to do about that? Do I want to keep those clothes or not? So I have kind of ideas going into this, but I will be switching my wardrobe over from bringing in my winter, which it will only be clothes I wore last winter. And I still have a couple boxes I could shop if I want to look for something, if I need something, but eventually those will go. So do you do that? Does anybody do that? Or just leave your closet the same year round? I'm just curious. I like the switch, and here's why. So when I bring in my winter clothes, it's like they're all brand new again. I haven't had them out. I haven't been looking at them. So I'll be making my switch in the next week or two. Do you want to see that? I mean, do you want to see what I actually wore? I mean, is anybody curious? Leave me a comment. It's probably not even interesting to you, but I do make a switch over. And I did it different this year, so I'm kind of looking forward to seeing how that worked out. I did a closet remodel. Does anybody remember me talking about that? I never showed it because I never think it's done. Still things I want to do in there, but maybe it's time to show that. So seasons, right? And I was thinking about this before I made this video, just kind of throw this out there. Maybe it deserves more thought than just this comment, but I'm thinking of doing the same thing with my fabrics. I have some swimsuit stuff that I don't really want to make this winter. I have some florals that are just too bright and springy that I won't make this winter. And I'm thinking of packing away things that are really more spring and summer and only having my fabrics up here. Have you seen how I organize my fabric in bins? I'm going to put my video up because I just love it. I really have loved how I do this. And so I'm thinking of pulling out the spring and summer and just having the winter. And I might have done that last winter. So I might have some winter things to go pull out and just swap them. Because you know how maybe when you're in a restaurant you order more than you can eat? I have more fabric than I can make. And I still buy more. Maybe there's going to be times when there's fabrics that I don't want. But I actually use the fabrics I don't end up liking because they end up being my muslins, my test clothes. If I have a fabric that I'm just not drawn to, I'll use that for my test item when I'm making a new pattern. Because I always make a test when I make a new pattern. I don't want to use my favorite fabrics because what if it doesn't turn out? I wasted my fabric. So I do use up all my fabrics. I just have more summer than I made, and I want to make them next spring. So next Easter I'll swap my fabrics back. And I don't want to make anything summer right now because it's coming into fall and I won't have time to wear it, right? So let's see. I think that's everything I wanted to tell you. I've missed you so much. I cannot tell you. You know, sometimes I ask myself, why do I even do YouTube? I don't know. I just like it. I do. I just like it. It's like, you know, I don't see a lot of people. I don't work outside the home. I help my husband with his business, but it's not a full-time job. I don't see a lot of people, especially since COVID. I've really done more staying at home than ever. And this is just kind of a neat way to interact with people. And on that note, I want to apologize for not answering comments this last few weeks. It's just been so crazy and I miss the connection. I really always love the conversation. So I apologize for that. If I don't get to a comment, I just want to apologize because I really do love, I read every single comment and I would like to be answering every single comment. So that's a goal, working on it. But thank you when you leave a comment, just thank you. I love it. Honestly, they pop up on my phone and I see it pretty much right when you make it. And if I have time, I try to comment. If it's a question, I always try to comment. But I used to comment on every one of them, and now I need to get back to that. I miss that. It's fun. So thank you for your comments, and thank you for just coming back. And I missed you. I did. And so it's like clear to me that I really like doing this YouTube thing. It's fun. It's fun. I mean, it's something I'm interested, you're interested in, obviously, so we get to share. And I feel like I've gotten to know so many people. It's really fun. So I've missed you. I'm glad to be back. I am ready to get back into the swing of things and get my mojo back. I do not have a project on my table right now, but I do have new fabric. And I'm going to be showing a fabric haul anytime in the next couple of days to show you some of the stuff I've found online. I've talked about it in a recent video that I wanted to find more online fabrics that are knits and stretchy. And I found a bunch I want to share. So that's coming soon. And my next project will probably be from that haul, that online shopping haul. And then come back Tuesday and hear about the trailer and how did it go with our first trip in the trailer. Come back on Tuesday and I will tell you everything. I'm glad to be back. I'm ready to get back to my sewing. I'm ready to be back in this room. I just love this room and I love making stuff. So I'm excited to see what comes next. Like I said, I have a few ideas. So come back Friday and I will share what ended up being my next project. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching my channel. But before I say goodbye, I just need to check my list and see if I said everything. Let's see. I talked about that. Oh my gosh. I talked about everything on my list. I make a list. I just want to say thank you. I'll see you next time. Bye now.